Genesis chapter 22, verse 11 through verse 14. Isaac rescued. BC 1872. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place Jehovah-Jireh. As it is said to this day, In the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. Hitherto this story has been very melancholy, and seemed to hasten towards a most tragical period. But here the sky suddenly clears up, the sun breaks out, and a bright and pleasant scene opens. The same hand that had wounded and cast down here heals and lifts up. For, though he cause grief, he will have compassion. The angel of the Lord, that is God himself, the eternal Word, the angel of the covenant, who was to be the great Redeemer and Comforter, he interposed and gave a happy issue to this trial. Isaac is rescued. Genesis chapter 22, verse 11 and verse 12. The command to offer him was intended only for trial, and it appearing upon trial, that Abraham did indeed love God better than he loved Isaac, the end of the command was answered, and therefore the order is countermanded, without any reflection at all upon the unchangeableness of the divine counsels. Lay not thy hand upon the lad. Note 1. Our creature comforts are most likely to be continued to us when we are most likely to be continued to us, when we are most willing to resign them up to God's will. 2. God's time to help and relieve his people is when they are brought to the greatest extremity. The more imminent the danger is, and the nearer to be put in execution, the more wonderful and the more welcome is the deliverance. Abraham is not only approved but applauded. He obtains an honorable testimony that he is righteous. Now know I that thou fearest God. God knew it before, but now Abraham had given a most memorable evidence of it. He needed do no more. What he had done was sufficient to prove the religious regard he had to God and his authority. Note 1. When God, by his providence, hinders the performance of our sincere intentions in his services, he graciously accepts the will for the deed and the honest endeavor, though it comes short of finishing too. The best evidence of our fearing God is our being willing of serve and honor him with that which is dearest to us, and to part with all to him or for him. Another sacrifice is provided instead of Isaac. Verse 13. Now that the altar was built and the wood laid in order, it was necessary that something should be offered for. 1. God must be acknowledged with thankfulness for the deliverance of Isaac, and the sooner the better, when here is an altar ready. 2. Abraham's words must be made good. God will provide himself a lamb. God will not disappoint those expectations of his people which are of his own raising, but according to their faith it is to them. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established. 3. Reference must be had to the promised Messiah, the blessed seed. 1. Christ was sacrificed in our stead, as this ram instead of Isaac, and his death was our discharge. Here am I,
said he.
Let these go their way. 2. Though that blessed seed was lately promised and now typified by Isaac, yet the offering of him up should be suspended till the latter end of the world. And in the meantime the sacrifice of beasts should be accepted, as this ram was, as a pledge of that expiation which should one day be made by that great sacrifice. And it is observable that the temple, the place of sacrifice, was afterwards built upon this Mount Moriah, 2 Chronicles chapter 3 verse 1, and Mount Calvary, where Christ was crucified, was not far off. is given to the place to the honor of God, and for the encouragement of all believers to the end of the world, cheerfully to trust in God in the way of obedience. Jehovah Jireh. The Lord will provide, verse 14, probably alluding to what he had said. Verse 8, God will provide himself a lamb. It was not owing to any contrivance of Abraham, nor was it in answer to his prayer, though he was a distinguished intercessor, but it was purely the Lord's doing. Let it be recorded for the generations to come. 1. That the Lord will see. He will always have his eye upon his people in their straits and distresses, that he may come in with seasonable succor in the critical juncture. 2. That he will be seen in the mount, in the greatest perplexities of his people. He will not only manifest but magnify his wisdom, power, and goodness in their deliverance. Where God sees and provides, he should be seen and praised. And perhaps it may refer to God manifest in the flesh.